So I am here getting ready to do some oil painting. So I've put down my main colors for a portrait that I'm doing. This is the portrait that I'm going to be working on today. It's just this little guy. Hopefully I'll get to everything else, but right now this is what I'm going to be working on. So what I do first is I don't know if you can tell, but I have oil all throughout my glass. I'm just going to see, tell the oil, blending oil. Lincoln oil as well. And what I do is I go ahead and start mixing the colors that I'm going to be needing. So I'm going to start with, on top of this oil I already have laid out, I'm going to start making some of that skin color. As you can see right now, it's just super yellow, orange, and is making kind of like a lighter orange, which is good. So what we do now is we try to put some blue in there right now, kind of start making that color. So of course you're gonna get like a dark greenish color, and what we do with that, we just, to kind of neutralize that green color, I'm gonna put in some more red. Okay. Okay, and what we're gonna do now is kind of start to get it a little bit lighter color. So we grab some of that white. Okay, we try to neutralize it again, get some yellow in there. Now we're getting closer to our skin tone that we're looking for. Get some more of that white in there. So as you can see now, it's turning that pink flesh color, which is good. So I'm going to separate some of that. Of course, we've got some of that mix or blending medium underneath that, and then with this little pile, you can go ahead and put some more white. And so, as you can see, it gets to be the lighter color. So it still looks a little bit more of the cold side. So we just add some more yellow to neutralize it. A little bit more yellow to neutralize it. So as you can see, it's kind of getting more of that orangey flesh color. So what I do, so this is going to be the darkest to blend. This is kind of like a median. And then from that pile, make another pile and just add some white. And that's what we're going to keep doing until we get the flesh tone we are looking for. That beautiful little boy portrait. And then from that, of course, go a little bit lighter for the highlights. Add some more white. And that's how we're going to get that flesh color. Would probably do one more. You don't need that much because it's just going to be like the main small highlights for your portrait. And put a little bit more white in it. Okay, so now that I have a little bit more of the white here, I'm gonna add a bunch to the highlight pile that I told you about. Okay. So I see that in my portrait, he has more of the yellow tone to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off again with the original pile here, since we have tons of it. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a same pile, kind of like the ones below, but with a yellow tone to it. So this has a bunch of blending oil in it, and that's good because that's exactly what we need. So what we're going to do is just pick up more of the yellow tone. or more of this yellow tone here. So we're basically going to be doing the same process, but it's going to be a little bit more yellow than the skin tone that we already have. So that's kind of important for the shadows around his nose. You know, in our face we don't have black lines or anything like that. We just have dark shadows and light shadows, and that's what makes our features. So that's kind of why we have to make a few of our different skin tones. If you can tell, you looking at your hands now, you'll see yellow tones, pink tones, you'll see green tones. So you have to make sure that you know we are not all just one color, we're multiple color flesh. So just depending on what color flesh you have, you'll just add more blue or more yellow. So exactly from that yellowish tone now, we're just gonna add more white. Now you know the process, and just from here we're gonna add the highlights like we did on this last one, but of course it's gonna have a yellow tone to the skin tone that we have. So it may look pretty similar in the video, but in real life you can see the difference between the pink tone and the yellow tone. The difference between this and this. Still, I like to set my paint up before I start actually applying the paint, so then that way I can go from darkest to lightest, as I have it on my palette. So I am ready to get started.